Hundreds, if not thousands, were rescued during Harvey, but few were plucked out of the water so dramatically like the ones we're about to show you.
Two men clinging to life in Island Bayou. KFDM's Tom Wright joins us with a story about lives that rushed together in the floodwater of Harvey.
On a stormy morning during Harvey, our chief photographer Drew Barrio and I decided to park at a highway barricade and walk the third of a mile to the Highway 69 Pine Island Bayou Bridge. And what we heard set into motion the rescue of two men who may not have survived the ordeal.
I'm Will. Billy, man. Good to meet you, Billy. You too, man.
Billy Sanford is thanking two of the three men who saved his life. The last time you saw them, he was unable to say much at all.
Dude, get out of the car right now, bro. Like, we ain't gonna make it.
He was swept off the road and under the Pine Island Bayou Bridge, along with an acquaintance, Josh Burrell, in the early morning hours of August 30th, as they were seeking refuge from the flood.
Whenever I got to the top, I hit a tree, and that tree busted my ribs up pretty good, but that's all I had to hold on to. And then Josh came up and we tried to hold on to him, but he got swept away, and then we just held on, man.
They held on, but no one could see or hear them until we heard this. And found Clark Winslow and Will Jenkins with a boat in tow.
And then when we got out of the truck, they were screaming bloody murder. It was really a gut check.
They launched their boat and went after Josh Burrell.
We just plowed into the trees, and we physically had to drag the boat through those trees.
They managed to extend a push pole to Josh and urged him to grab it.
And look, you're gonna have to let go and grab this push pole. You know, it's the only way. I can't get out there to you.
They pulled an exhausted Josh Burrell onto the boat.
And the whole time, I remember thinking, how are we going to do this other guy?
Not far away, Billy Sanford was struggling to hold on.
The current was so strong that I couldn't even pull my legs to me and use the tree for any kind of leverage or anything.
With a battered Josh Burrell safely on shore, they went after Billy.
Then I jumped in the boat.
Clint West joined the rescue effort.
Then we had discussions of what we were going to do about the second guy, because I mean, we knew the one thing we couldn't do was put that boat in that current.
Clark is operating the boat. Will is in the middle. Clint West is in the front. The plan is to throw a weighted cushion.
We tried to tie a big, heavy ratchet strap on there, and it was apparent I couldn't throw it that far.
The plan failed.
The whole time this guy's screaming in our ears, you know, Mister, what about me? You know, please, don't let me die.
With their improvised throw line reconfigured, they made a second attempt.
He just hit the right, ebb in the current. It kind of caught and got all the way to the guy, and it was, it was a miracle.
You know, it took me a couple of throws to get it to him, but actually I figured out I had to throw it pretty far upstream for him to catch it.
And all three of us at the same time said, grab it, And he grabbed it, but as weak as he was, as soon as it went around that tree and it gave pressure, hit him and that flotation device, it just ripped it out of his hands.
That was pretty much about all I had left. Whenever I grabbed hold of it, and the water took me so fast I couldn't hold on to it no more, but the amount of slack that was in it, it was just, I was drowning.
I mean, we thought we lost it.
Billy Sanford grabbed whatever he could to claw his way back to the surface.
Then we heard him holler.
Now it was a repeat of the first rescue. Work the boat into the trees, extend the push pole, and bring Billy Sanford to safety.
And he was so happy to get in that boat. I mean, we lifted him out. I mean, he was butt naked. He didn't have any clothes on but a shirt. That current had ripped it all off.
A few weeks later, while Josh Burrell was still recovering, Billy Sanford got to tell his story to his rescuers and say thank you.
Those guys are amazing, man. They did what they had to do to get out there, knowing that it was a situation that could have cost them their lives.
I mean, there's no way we could say no. There's no way we could not put that boat in the water. There's no way we couldn't do whatever we could do to try to save those guys. Because, I mean, how do you live with that? I mean, how do you even look anybody in the eye, not even trying?
Josh Burrell suffered a head wound and a knee injury and went to the hospital, but now says he's recovered. Billy Sanford did not go to the hospital, but left the area for a while to recover and has since returned. The three rescuers say they just did what needed to be done.
Certainly quite an amazing story.